Why 90% of new mowers are garbage, and the only two brands worth buying. The most expensive piece of outdoor power equipment most homeowners will ever buy is a zero-turn mower. A quality unit runs $4,000 to $12,000. Since 2021, equipment prices have jumped 35%. The mower sitting in your garage right now is almost certainly underpowered for your terrain, running on a deck that flexes under load and losing cutting efficiency every single season because of the way it was built. That is not a defect, that is the business model. In the last video, I showed you how HVAC companies are selling you systems designed to fail inside a decade. Today, I am showing you the 3 factory secrets the lawn equipment industry does not want you to audit, and the only 2 brands that professional groundskeepers and commercial operators actually buy when they are spending their own money. In the 1990s, a properly built commercial zero-turn mower lasted 3,000 to 4,000 hours before it needed a major rebuild. The decks were fabricated from 7-gauge steel. The spindles were greasable. The hydraulic pumps were serviceable by any independent shop in your county. The guy who sold it to you stocked the parts. Today, 5 corporations control the residential and prosumer mower market. Husqvarna, Deere, Briggs, and Stratton through its Simplicity and Snapper lines, MTD through Cub Cadet and Troy-Bilt, and Ariens. They have raised prices 35% since 2021. Engine supply chain disruptions caused by the pandemic and tariff policy on imported steel and aluminum are adding another 10 to 20% before the unit reaches the dealer floor. You are paying dramatically more for machines that are engineered to dramatically shorter service lives. Modern residential zero-turns average 500 to 800 hours before they begin experiencing major component failures. On a 1-acre lawn cut weekly, that is 8 to 10 years. On 2 acres cut twice a week in a southern climate, that is 4 to 6 years. The industry shortened the replacement cycle while doubling the price per cycle. That is not inflation, that is planned obsolescence with a cup holder attached. There are 3 factory secrets. Each one is costing you performance, money, and years of service life right now. Factory secret number 1, stamped decks. The single biggest engineering shortcut in residential zero-turn manufacturing is the stamped steel deck. Stamped decks are formed from a single sheet of thin-gauge steel pressed into shape under high tonnage. They are fast to produce, cheap to make, and they dominate the market below $6,000. The problem is physics. A stamped deck flexes under load. When the blade engages thick, wet grass, the deck walls deflect inward. Blade tip speed becomes inconsistent. Cut quality degrades. The steel is typically 11-gauge or thinner. Commercial fabricated decks run 7-gauge. That difference means the stamped version has roughly 40% less material resisting fatigue, vibration, and impact. Builders pay mower assembly contractors by volume, not by quality. Same piece rate incentive as every other manufactured good. So the deck gets assembled to spec, not to longevity. Stamped decks are warranted for 1 to 2 years. Fabricated welded decks last 10 to 15 years in commercial service. Up to 70% of residential zero-turns sold today use stamped decks. You pay for 100% of the machine, you get 60% of the service life. Factory secret number 2, residential-grade hydrostatic transmissions. A zero-turn mower steers by varying the speed of 2 independent hydraulic wheel motors. The quality of the hydraulic drive system is the single most determinative factor in how long your mower lasts and how much it costs to repair. Most residential zero-turns ship with Hydrogear EZT or ZT2 800 series transmissions. These are integrated transaxle units, sealed, non-serviceable, and designed to a specific hour threshold before replacement. When they fail, you do not rebuild them, you replace them. A single transaxle runs $400 to $700. Two of them on a mower that cost you $3,500 means you're spending 40% of the original purchase price just to restore drivetrain function. Commercial-grade machines use Parker, Danfoss, or Hydrogear Pro Series pumps with separate wheel motors. These systems are fully serviceable. Seals, filters, and fluid are the maintenance cost, not entire assemblies. A commercial hydraulic system can run 2,000 hours with proper maintenance. The residential sealed units are often exhausted at 600. Quick question: how old is your mower, and has it started pulling to one side or losing power on slopes? Drop it in the comments. I am betting most of you are going to say it started somewhere around year 4 or 5. Factory secret number 3, engine sourcing and parts availability. Since 2020, the mower industry has undergone a fundamental shift in engine supply. Kawasaki and Kohler, the two engines that powered commercial mowers for decades, are increasingly reserved for the upper market. Residential machines have shifted toward Briggs and Stratton, EFI variants of budget V-twins, and in some cases, Longchen's and Chongqing-sourced engines entering the market through Tier 2 importers. The problem is not necessarily engine quality at the moment of purchase. The problem is the service network 5 years from now. Parts availability for off-brand engine platforms collapses within 3 to 5 years of a model being discontinued. An engine with no local service network is a machine with a built-in expiration date that no one tells you about at the dealer. Ask your dealer right now, can you get parts for this engine platform in 5 years? If they hesitate, that is your answer. So what do commercial operators, professional groundskeepers, and serious turf managers actually buy when they are spending their own money or managing their own budgets? Number 3, a properly spec'd residential machine, but only from a dealer with an actual service department, not a big box store. Big box stores sell mowers. They do not service them. The moment something fails on a unit purchased at a national home improvement chain, you're either shipping it back, finding an independent shop, or calling the manufacturer's 800 number and waiting 3 weeks. A local dealer services what they sell. That relationship is worth hundreds of dollars over the life of the machine. If your closest authorized dealer is more than 45 minutes away, that brand does not have service infrastructure where you live. Number 2, Ferris. Ferris is owned by Briggs & Stratton's commercial division and builds one of the few residential adjacent zero-turn lines with a genuine suspension system. The IS series uses independent suspension geometry borrowed from commercial turf equipment. On rough, uneven terrain, this matters enormously, not just for operator comfort, but for cut quality. A deck that bounces over terrain does not cut evenly. Ferris machines run Kawasaki or Vanguard engines, use fabricated decks on the commercial models, and have a parts network that has been consistently stocked for over 2 decades. They cost more. They are worth it. Number 1, Skag. This is not a debate among professionals. Skag power equipment builds the standard against which commercial zero-turns are measured. Tigercat, Cheetah, and Turf Tiger platforms run fabricated 7-gauge decks, Kawasaki and Kohler engine options, Parker hydraulic systems on the commercial line, and spindles that are greasable and rebuildable. The service network is extensive. The resale value holds. A properly maintained Skag mower runs 3,000 to 4,000 hours. On a 1-acre residential lot, you will likely never wear it out in your lifetime. It costs $8,000 to $14,000. Compared to buying $3,000–$4,000 residential machines over 15 years and paying for repairs on each, the math is not close. Here is the rule: spec it right. Demand a fabricated deck. Verify the service network before you sign anything. Before you buy any mower, ask 4 questions. First, is this deck stamped or fabricated? If it is stamped and they cannot tell you the gauge of the steel, walk. Second, what hydraulic system does this unit run, and is it serviceable? If the answer is a sealed integrated transaxle, price out the replacement cost before you commit. Third, what engine platform, and is there an authorized service center within 30 minutes of your address? Call the manufacturer. Ask for the nearest dealer with a fully stocked parts department. If the response is a website link, that brand does not have infrastructure where you live. Fourth, what is the warranty and who actually honors it, the dealer or the manufacturer? The difference matters when something goes wrong in year 2. That is the difference between a $9,000 machine that runs for 20 years and a $3,500 machine that is in the shop every other season and junked before the decade is out. Spec it right. Fabricated deck. Verified service network. Your mower was not designed to last. It was designed to be replaced on a schedule that benefits the manufacturer, not you. The HVAC system keeping you cool was undersized before you moved in. The plumbing in your walls is already failing, and the machine cutting your grass was engineered to its cost point, not its service life. Subscribe. Because next I am covering why every major appliance brand sold at big box retail has become the same company selling you the same machine with a different badge on it.